through Saturday that week. And usually my recording sessions are on Sunday. And I do housework on Saturday and then record and edit on Sunday so the video can be up by Monday. Scratch that, by Wednesday. And that just wasn't a possibility for that week because I still have housework and house chores that I have to do. So it takes me a big portion of my day, not to mention I have to be in bed so early to be able to wake up at 5 a.m. every day so I can go to work at 6. So I can be at work at 6, which is different. So that was what happened that week. It's been fine ever since. I've just been doing Monday through Friday, and I'm not complaining at all because not only do I really like my job, I also really like the money. My class, I had to pay for it because I didn't have any aid or any like help from the government, and they don't do that over the summer, at least not for my situation, so I had to pay out of pocket. Guess how much it was? It was a lot of money, more than I thought it was gonna be, which is crazy, but I hadn't been working for a very, very long time when I moved, and I was going crazy. I had enough money saved that it tied me over for a year, but of course I don't like being dependent on other people's money, no matter who it is, even if they don't mind helping me, or I can never, I don't like asking people for anything. It's a curse more than a blessing, I think. So, I would never just be like, hey, to my partner, like, hey, can I buy this, and it just didn't bode well. So, me not having my own money just felt like I was trapped in a cage and I couldn't get out. And so I said, well, I've had enough, because I was doing my homework and my schoolwork, and I am so grateful that I had the chance to take a break while I was doing that, because it's a lot when you're taking 4 classes like upper level. It definitely takes a toll on you. But I've always worked ever since I moved to college, and even before that, and I was working part-time and doing full-time, and I didn't have an issue. So I think it was just my mind being like, oh, you won't be able to do it. But just getting back into the routine is it's the scariest and most difficult part of it. Once you get it down, you're good. I mean, because I had never had an issue with my schoolwork and my work. Basically, I've always been able to maintain good grades, so that was why I wasn't able to upload that week. So the next week was a little more unfortunate. Like I said, this is where the baby bird story starts, and it is sad, and it doesn't have a good ending, so you can skip ahead if you want. Otherwise, I'm gonna try to make it as quick and just chill as possible. So, one day when I was at work, this was last week, my partner called me, and I really thought it was an emergency, like really bad, because he never calls me when I'm at work, obviously. But I picked up, and he told me, hey, there's a baby bird in our yard. So Zeus is my dog. He grabbed him. I'm gonna put a picture of Zeus right here. This is the face of a killer. So he grabbed the baby bird and he brought it away from where he had fallen from, which was his nest. And when my partner saw the bird, he was like, I don't think this bird is gonna make it. So he didn't even want to tell me about it. But he said he's still alive. I think she's just a little scared, And I was like, is he injured? And he said no. So wordplay means. Sorry, I had to sit back for this one. So anyway, I came home and the bird was still there, alive and chirping, and he seemed well, so I figured his parents were gonna find him no matter where he went because of the chirping. They could hear it. But nonetheless, I said, well, we can't take Zeus out front forever because when we play fetch, we play in the backyard and that bird cannot be in here. He's gonna get trampled or found by any other predators that may come. So I was panicked and I called my vet because I didn't know what else to call because I kept looking it up on Google and everyone was like, well, contact your local wildlife person, and I was like, okay, sounds good. So I called my vet to see if they knew what to do, you know, or if that's ever happened to them, or if they had the number for anyone who could help me. And they were like, no, we don't do that. Contact the local, like, it's not pest control, it's like wildlife removing thing, or, you know, when they come in and if you have like a possum that's like abandoned and they like take it out of your house. And so I called them and they were like, well, we don't do that, you need to call someone else. So I called someone else and they were like, yeah, well, let me transfer you to someone who can help you. So I got transferred to someone who could help me, and he said, well, we don't do that, but go to this website and click on that number and then it'll take you to someone who can help you. And I was like, okay. So I click on that number and then I think it's just the guy that does like rehabilitation for wildlife, and he was like, well, yeah, I do rehabilitation, but I don't deal with baby birds because you need to be licensed. Like you need to be you need to have like a special license for rehabilitating birds, which I didn't know, honestly. And he gave me the website to where I could find the phone number for the lady who had the license. So she was like specialized to deal with like baby birds that were like abandoned or anything. So I texted her because he told me not to call her, because I did call her and she didn't pick up, but he said text her because she's feeding baby birds like every 30 minutes, which I know must be really difficult. It's really difficult to take care of baby birds. And I called the number and I texted her and she finally got back to me and she's like, is he hurt? And I said, no, he is fine, I just don't know what to do, please just help me. And she said, okay, well, you need to make a makeshift nest as close to the tree as possible because we couldn't reach the nest that he fell from. I think he was just like, it was a nestling, so he was trying to fly. I named him Kevin. So Kevin was trying to fly and I think he just fell attempting to, but he was fine, he wasn't hurt or anything. So I made a makeshift nest haven't seen them come by. He doesn't seem like he's doing well. And she said, oh my, well, grab a box, put on some gloves, put him in the box, bring him inside so that he can get heated up, because it wasn't cold, but it was raining. So of course when you're wet, you're cold, no matter where you are. And I did that. So I put him in a little shoe box with like a couple of towels. Grabbed him and put him in there, brought him inside, turned on the heat, and she's like, you can put him in a little heating pad. And I didn't have one, but I did have one of those masks that you can put in the microwave and then it gets like warm. So I did that, and I put it underneath the box and just kind of stayed next to him, checking on him. And little by little, I could see him just getting better, and finally he was chirping up a storm. He was hungry, so I texted her again, the rehabilitator, and he said, hey, he seems to be doing much better. What should I do now? And she said, put him back in the nest. His parents are gonna take care of him. And so I did. And sure enough, the parents came back. And I was already thinking, so this nest was not, my dog couldn't reach it. He was high enough that nobody could get to it. No critter on the ground or anything like that. And so then I said, okay, well, I think it's gonna keep raining, so I'm gonna have to find a way to cover this nest. I'm not sure why. So I made a little crazy thing out of cardboard, just like a little cover, and just put it on top of the nest. I made sure that it was like waterproof, so if water came, it wouldn't just fall on the nest, and everything was fine. I left them covered for the rest of the day. His parents kept coming. No issues whatsoever. The next morning, I was off, and this was a Sunday. And on Sunday, I wake up and let my dog out, like immediately as I wake up, to go potty. And I heard him chirping, the bird, but I heard him every day chirping, and I was like, oh, cool, he's still in his nest, like he's fine. I'll check on him as I'm letting my dog go potty. I'll walk over there, make sure he's okay. And as soon as I turned to close the door, my dog bolted, sprinted to the nest, and I always thought, well, he knows that there's something in there, he just doesn't know what it is. But as soon as I saw him sniffing around the ground, I ran for him, but it was too late. He already had grabbed Kevin again and brought Kevin and dropped him on the same place that he had dropped him the first time. So obviously I grabbed him and I took him inside, my dog, and then I was just like, oh my god, I don't think Kevin is gonna make it again. Poor Kevin, he has been through so much. Anyway, I did the same thing because he wasn't bleeding, and he didn't seem to be hurt, just very over it, and I was like, dude, bird. I scooped him up again, put him back in his nest, hoping that the parents would come by. They did once, and then I sat by the window waiting, and they never showed up, and I knew why they weren't showing up anymore, and I knew why they weren't showing up anymore. It makes me sad, even as I'm telling this, and I went to check on him, and sure enough, Kevin was art more than I thought it would be. I'm not an artist by any means. I've never been. I've just always liked drawing, and I've always liked art in general. But I've never went for it because I feared that what's happening right now was gonna happen, and it is. When I do something, I got into crocheting. I've been on like my creative kick lately. I got into crocheting not too long ago, and I got into art, and I got my supplies that I needed, and because it wasn't really, which is crazy because those things take time to learn. Anything that you want to learn takes time. You're not gonna be good at it immediately. At least not me. I know some people are, but not for me. And knowing this, I still went for it, and when it didn't come out the way I wanted it, or I was struggling, I said, well, I'm never gonna be good at it, and just drop it. That's what I always do with everything, which is not good. Like, for me, if it isn't perfect from the get-go, or close to it, or better than it should be, because it's not gonna be like that immediately, I'll just drop it. I don't know. I hope you don't have to deal with that. I really hope you're not that kind of person, and if you are like me, please don't give up. Don't give up, because it takes you away from the things that you want to do for fun, you know. So I haven't stopped drawing, by the way. Ever since that happened, I've tried every day to do something, you know, which isn't great, but I know eventually one day I'll get better. Hopefully, maybe, if I practice enough. And the other thing I've been doing is reading again. So I have a couple of books right there. Those are the ones that I've read, actually in their entirety so far, minus one. And then I have a couple at the bottom, which I've read all of them, but these up here are my favorite ones. I hadn't found a book in a while that I really wanted to read, because I don't do non-fiction, I do fiction, and I'm like a light reader. So this book right here, I found it on TikTok, Book Talk, which I do have a TikTok page that I'm gonna put in the link below. It's not ASMR. I just talk about books. I think eventually, when I have more time, I want to make like a TikTok for ASMR, but right now it's just for books, so I'm gonna make a separate account. But if you are a reader, right now I'm kind of just talking about the series A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas, and I haven't found a book that drew me in as much as this one. It's really cool. The story is really great. The world building is amazing. So this is the first one. Oh, you can't see it that way. Hold up, let me go the other way. You won't be able to see it either, but the second book is behind me. Oh my god, there it is. It's green. And I read the second one, and I read the first one, and I'm on the third one halfway through. And you're like, oh, yeah, the book is pretty small. Yeah, this one, when I picked it up, it felt so light, because the other two are long. It's like a 600-page book. Do not get discouraged, though. If I can read it, you can too. I'm not a reader, you know, like I don't read religiously until I find something that really catches my eye, and then I'll be able to read a lot. So this is what it looks like. If you've been looking for something like this, I'm gonna read the back to you and see if it interests you. And then we can talk about it, because it's really, really, really cool. So yeah, this is it. This is a book. There's nothing better. I wanted to maybe just get it digital, but there's nothing better than getting a book IRL, like in your hands. So I am still not done with the third one, so I haven't even purchased the fourth one, and then there's the fifth one, and then I think it's like a multiverse with the other books that she has. So we'll see. the back. It's not a synopsis, is it? I'm not quite sure how you call it. But when 19-year-old huntress Farah kills a wolf in the woods, a terrifying creature arrives to demand retribution. Dragged to a treacherous magical land she knows about only from legends, Farah discovers that her captor is not truly a beast, but one of the lethal immortal fairies who once ruled the world. At least, he's not a beast all the time. As she adapts to her new home, her feelings for the fairy, Tamlin, transform from icy hostility into a fiery passion that burns through every lie she's been told about the beautiful, dangerous world of the Fae. But something is not right in the fairylands. An ancient, wicked shadow is growing, and Farah must find a way to stop it or doom Tamlin and his world forever. A lot of pressure for a 19-year-old. Now that I think about it after rereading it. Other than that, 10 out of 10. This is my favorite book of the series so far, and I really like all of them, but the first one, nothing compares to the first one because of the relationships